Hello there, I am Mrs. Jennifer Himayra Pista, an international teacher applicant from the City of Smile, Bacolod City, Philippines. I am a certified public elementary school teacher for 5 years now here in our country. My teaching experience begins when I teach first in Joy Christian Preschool for a year, and then later I transferred to a public school, which is Jose Gonzaga Elementary School. In this school, I was assigned first as a grade 4 teacher for 2 years, and the third year up to now, I am designated as a teacher for grade 3. My years spent in teaching primary pupils were all rewarding and challenging because though I was assigned in the last section, I was able still to improve the academic performances of my pupils. In our country, we often have a homogeneous groupings in our classes. That is why most of the pupils that I teach are really poor when it comes to reading and math skills. However, because of my love for teaching and for my pupils, I always do my best to improve them. My dedication and love for work were my keys to reach my goals. For grade 3, I think the important skills that children need to master are reading and comprehension. This is the transition period for the primary pupils to go to the intermediate level, so they are expected that when they reach grade 3, all of them are readers with comprehension. I believe if the pupil is a true reader, he will not have difficulty in the remaining subjects like math or science because he already comprehends what he reads and so he has an idea on what to do. Well, I think the ideal class size per teacher is 25 pupils. Here in the Philippines, we often handle 40 up to 50 pupils per class. My philosophy in homework? Well, homework is the best way to follow up the studies of my pupils in school by parents. By giving homework, pupils are motivated to explore more at home about their lesson for the day and study together with their parents. Regarding my teaching style, before lesson starts, I make sure that we begin first with a prayer, to thank God for all the blessings. Then make it sure that all are in full attention to the teacher. Then, if all are already motivated, I introduce and discuss the lesson for the day. Then I conduct exercises or activities later, then followed by an evaluation and homework in the end. To maximize the learning potential of my pupils, I often use cooperative learning. I believe this is the best way that all pupils can participate in one studying of lesson. Well, cooperative learning is acquiring knowledge and skills by practicing or acting jointly with other pupils. For instance, in math, we create groupings and each group is given with an activity card with tasks on it for them to work out together. And then each member should be given a task to accomplish, for the success of the group. About evaluation techniques, I always use objective type of test, and there are times I also use subjective type of tests like essays or sometimes both. I also believe in the observation of supervisors because I believe this is the best way that us teachers could get feedbacks about our performances in school. They are they are there, to help us and guide us for the improvement or betterment of our work. Yes, I do communicate with parents about my students' progress. Every grading period after releasing the report card, I have a parents-teacher assembly. There we discuss the problem of their children and other things or for the good of their child. I do home visitations too, to know well my pupils as well as their parents. And then when it comes to classroom organizations, well, I see to it that my classroom is always clean, safe, conducive to learning, and has a friendly atmosphere. Yes, I do structure also my class to achieve a maximum benefit from teacher-student contact, At the beginning of the class, I always make groupings and assign a leader and an assistant leader too. These groupings will be used in activities and other assignments or in making projects so that everybody will get involved in the learning process. Yes, I also believe in detailed lesson plan. However, I prefer to use semi-detailed plans because I'm comfortable with this. And when you are using plan, no time is wasted. I could say a lesson plan to be said to be effective needs to have the five important parts. First, you must have the objective to be attained for the day. Second, the subject matter to be discussed. Third, the procedure to follow in order to meet the objective of the lesson. So these include the following steps like review, motivation. So for motivation, you can use songs, plays, games, or pictures. Then you have presentation, followed by discussion, generalization, application or exercises. Then we have evaluation to check if the lesson is understood. And the last one is homework for pupils to answer at home. I do use classroom management system. I plan activities that fit my pupils' abilities and interests. I have disciplinary policies that is in accordance with the school policies. I also observe veterinary procedures to save time and energy. I utilize positive rather than negative approach in dealing with my students. Well, regarding cheating, if I caught one of my pupil, I confiscate the answer sheet immediately, then not allow the pupil to take the test anymore. However, after the class, I let that pupil remain in order to investigate the reason of cheating. Then I give warnings depending on the reason, but if he or she continues doing the same thing, I call the attention of the parents so that they will know about the problem of their child. And of course, I could say this would affect the grade of that pupil. Yes, I do improve my professional skills. I attend seminars and trainings in line of my job. I plan also to take master units in education. Regarding best teachers, well, I could say best teachers are those that have love for teaching and always inspires pupil. They make teaching as their source of happiness and self-fulfillment. They are those that work with dedication and perseverance. So I could say best teachers are not merely efficient but rather effective teachers. So that ends my video. Thank you for watching and mabuhay from Philippines.